Hi students, I'm Prakash, Chartered Accountant and acting as academic advisor in Masterminds from the past 20 years. Just a few hours before your accounts exam, you may be in a lot of confusion on what to revise, order of revision, how the question paper will be, how to handle a tough or lengthy question paper. Is there any shortcut to qualify with minimum preparation? Yes, I know it very well. And I will be doing a similar video for every paper of CA Foundation. Watch those videos without fail and you will definitely get benefited. Irrespective of the quality of your preparation, keep your emotions under control. Confidence is more important than competence in these last few hours of preparation. Sometimes you can see a student with sound knowledge who may get failed in the exams, and a student with moderate knowledge may get qualified in the exams. This is the power of confidence. So remember, my dear students, exam fear is the biggest enemy. You try to recollect when you participated in an elocution competition in your school days. You might have prepared for several days and you will be speaking something else on the stage. It's all because of stage fear. Similarly, exam fear will ruin your performance. Remember, since it is unavoidable to write the exams, why don't you enjoy them? I don't find any logical reasons to worry. Change your perspective towards exams. Exams give an opportunity to you to prove your knowledge and wisdom. If you qualify, you will definitely get promoted to the next level. So exams are conducted to test your knowledge, but not to make you fail. So that's why don't worry about exams. Try to enjoy the process of writing exams. Here is a smart strategy to score qualifying marks even by an average student in account subject. Prepare short answer questions, very short answer questions, true or false statements in all the chapters, including exclusive theory chapters like accounting and introduction, like capital and revenue expenditure, etc. So you need to understand and realize the importance of theory in account subject. At least 20 marks you can comfortably attempt if you are very good at theory. That too, if you solve a 20 marks problem, there is no guarantee that you have solved it perfectly. So as a result, you may lose some marks. But when it comes to theory question, what happens is, if you attempt a 4 marks theory question, you can comfortably score 3 marks. That too, if you attempt a true or false statements well, then you can comfortably score 2 out of 2 marks. That's why you need to focus well on theory questions in all the chapters. After that, revise the following chapters in account subject to the tune of 100% in Masterminds material. That means at the beginning of the material, you will find theory. You have to read theory also, because that will give you conceptual clarity. After that, you will find problems for classroom discussion. You need to revise them. After that, problems for self-practice. After that, short answer questions, very short answer questions, true or false statements. Everything which is there in the Masterminds material, you need to revise thoroughly. So the chapters are: number 1, company accounts 1 and company accounts 2, subsidiary books, cash book, BRS, trial balance, average due date, account current, goods sent on sale or return basis, inventory valuation, fundamentals of final accounts part 1 and part 2, advanced concepts in final accounts. In some institutions, they might have included everything as a single chapter of final accounts. Next one, bills of exchange, depreciation and consignment chapters. I think you have noticed that each and every chapter I have stated now is very easy to prepare. Sir, what about complicated chapters like not-for-profit organizations, partnership accounts 1 and 2? Don't worry, I will cover those points also shortly. Dear students, here is a smart order of revision in account subject. In all the chapters, first prepare the following areas in the same order which I am going to say. All chapters means each and every chapter. You cannot leave any chapter as choice as far as these areas are concerned. First, in all the chapters, you have to prepare short answer questions, very short answer questions, and true or false statements provided at the end of every chapter in Masterminds material, including exclusive theory chapters. Remember, theory is like a savior. You have to score 40 marks to qualify an accounts exam, and at least 20 marks you can comfortably attempt if you are thorough with the theory. After that, you refer all the problems and questions given in the guest questions booklet released by Masterminds, and after that, be thorough with each and every page, each and every line given in the fast track material. And after that, you need to refer RTP and MTPs of your attempt. So generally 35 to 40 marks in every question paper you can expect from RTP and MTPs of attempt. And after that, you need to be thorough with the supplementary material as well as errata provided by Masterminds. After that, if you have highlighted the mistakes you have committed in revision exams and pre-final exams and filed those question papers and side stanzas, then it's a high time for you now to refer those mistakes so that you don't commit the same mistakes again in the public exams. After that, you need to revise 100% of Masterminds material in some of the chapters which I have discussed just now. For example, company accounts 1 and 2, etc. So now coming to NPO, that is not for profit organizations, and partnership accounts 1 and 2. So please attempt them only if you get an easy problem. Otherwise, leave them as choice in the exam. So you cannot leave them completely, my dear students, because sometimes you will get an easy problem in these chapters and a tough problem in chapters like final accounts. In such a case, you are bound to leave the final accounts as choice in the exam, and you must be in a position to attempt the problem from NPO and partnership. That's why you try to refer all the easy problems in these two chapters, because 80% of the problems will be easy, and whatever the toughest problems are there, you better leave those toughest problems as choice. So after that, revise the remaining chapters. I have seen some students will be allotting too much time in the beginning and they will ignore few chapters at the end. So it will create unnecessary pressure in your mind that you have left a few chapters without revising. So don't do that. So after completion of every area of preparation, try to assess your progress and try to make necessary changes in your preparation speed. In professional courses, it's not suggestible to leave a particular chapter or model as choice. So identify the problems which are stated in our guest questions, also the problems covered in past exam papers, also the most complicated and comprehensive problems in each model, and try to prepare them. For example, if there are 5 problems under a model, at least prepare the last problem in that model, which will be generally comprehensive in nature. If it is unavoidable, you can leave 1 or 2 small chapters as choice. If you write the exam confidently, then you can easily score qualifying marks. Just 1 or 2 chapters cannot make you fail. Sir, is it okay if we are not able to revise 1 or 2 chapters? It's okay. First, go to the exam with lot of confidence. So at this moment of time, it's very common to feel that you forgot everything. But remember, you will definitely be able to recollect even what you listened in the classroom. Here are the smart tips to answer accounts paper well. Since this is going to be your first exam, at any cost you must attempt it well. Due to any reason, if you are not able to write this exam well, then its impact will be there in all the subsequent exams also. That's why you prepare this subject very well. So don't start with compulsory question. So generally it's better to answer it in the middle. So don't start with problems with more than 10 marks or problems like final accounts where amounts must tally. Because if you commit a mistake in solving that problem, then it will have a psychological impact on the subsequent problems also. So better to answer such kind of problems in the middle. Don't start with true or false statements or theory questions also, because you may start taking some wrong judgment. Answer them in the middle. Start with a simple problem of 5 marks from a very small chapter which we are very much confident of. Mandatory to write working notes and assumptions. Remember, there will be stepwise marks even for working notes and assumptions also. Never carry new pens or refills, so they will write slowly. Always go with used refills. Practice speed handwriting at least for 30 minutes before going to the exam, so that from the first minute onwards you will be able to write at a higher speed in the exam. So take care of the time management while writing the exam. For example, for a 10 marks problem, you cannot spend more than 16 minutes of time. So while solving every problem, you need to check whether you are solving it within the given time or not. Remember the fast 40 rule. The moment you start writing the exams, try to finish attempting 40 marks in a matter of 30 to 40 minutes only. So because 40 marks is the threshold to qualify in the exam. So once you finish off attempting 40, your confidence levels will increase. Here are few presentation tips to score bonus marks in the exam. A neat presentation will definitely fetch bonus marks. Sometimes it is more important than your answers. Your handwriting must be legible. Remember, valuationer cannot call you for clarifications. Initial impressions definitely matters either in your real life or in the examination. The initial few problems shall be flawless. If you present the beginning problems well, then you will definitely fetch bonus marks in all subsequent problems also. If you fail to present the initial problems well, then definitely you will lose marks in subsequent problems also. So tables with proper headings are mandatory. So avoid strike-offs. My suggestion is you solve the problem roughly first and then put it on paper. If you are not able to do it for all the problems, at least do it for the initial problems as well as the problems with more than 10 marks. Because just imagine you have solved a 20 marks problem and later on you realize that you committed some mistake in solving that problem. So do you find enough time to redo that problem once again? Definitely no. That's why you better solve such kind of problems roughly and then put it on paper. After every account or statement, leave few lines of gap and then start writing the next account or statement. Because for any reason, if you want to make any changes subsequently, then there will be ample space. So in every account or statement, before mentioning the totals, please leave few lines of space, and also it's good to mention the totals with pencil. So later on, if you identified that you missed one ledger posting, then there will be ample space there to adjust that, and also you can erase the wrong totals that you have written and you can rewrite the correct totals. If you use a very dark pencil, it is not even required to erase them while returning back your answer sheets, because your answer sheets are going to be scanned. It will not identify any difference between a black ballpoint pen and a dark pencil. Here are some important things which you shall not miss. You please visit the exam hall once, get familiar with the route, and get ready with all stationery items placing in a single stationery bag, and give one copy of admit card to your friend and keep one copy with you. So eat easily digestible food, and 8 hours of sleep is mandatory. After the exam, throw away the question paper and don't discuss anything with anyone. It is just a psychological game, so you have to win it at any cost with your strong mind. Even if you have not written this exam well, see that its impact does not fall on the next exam. You take inspiration from your favorite cricketers. Whenever they lose a particular match, they ensure that its impact does not fall on the subsequent matches of the same series. Now let us see some frequently asked questions. Is there any easy way to revise all the chapters in this short span of time? If you have underlined the highlight points of each problem in the material and highlighted its impact on the solution while listening to the classes, then it's very easy to revise now. If you have striken off few unimportant problems earlier, you can ignore them and it's sufficient for you to focus on the remaining problems. If you have not done them earlier, then share this work with your friends now. That means few chapters, you better identify the important points in each problem and share that work with your friends. Similarly, some of your friends will be taking care of the remaining chapters and they will be sharing that work with you. Sir, is it okay to attempt 75 to 80 marks in the exam? Or is it really important to attempt 100 marks in the exam? My dear students, this is a professional course. This is not your 10th and intermediate. So how accurate your answers, how neat your presentation is more important than the number of marks for which you have attempted. Here the quality is more important than the quantity. So it is quite common to attempt 85 marks. You may be surprised to know that majority of the students writing this kind of professional exams will not be able to attempt more than 85 marks, either due to selective preparation or due to constraint of time. Now, an interesting question which every student might be asking, sir, how will be the question paper of this attempt? So let me tell you my frank opinion. So there will be a compulsory question, and in the past, in none of the attempts, this compulsory question was given as tough. It will be simple and easy. Don't worry about that. So it's a damn sure to get either one lengthy question or a tricky question in a third or fourth question. So what is this tricky? So it seems to be a very simple problem at the beginning, but once you start attempting, you will realize that it's hard to crack. So if it is a lengthy problem, it's apparently visible in the first reading itself. So in majority of the cases, you will get such kind of problem either from NPO, that is a not-for-profit organization, or partnership chapter. In rare cases, you will get a tough or lengthy problem in both the chapters. In some rare cases, you may get such kind of problem from final accounts chapter, but in such a case, you will get an easy problem in partnership and NPO chapters. That's why at the beginning itself I told you it's not possible to completely leave the chapters of NPO or partnership as choice. So your success lies in identifying and leaving such problems as choice. Except those one or two problems, all the remaining problems will be easy. If you attempt either such tough or lengthy problem, you will definitely feel the question paper to be tough. Otherwise, question paper will be obviously easy. Never attempt such kind of problems given from NPO or partnership. That is either a lengthy or tough problem or tricky problem. If at all you get a tough question paper, let us see how to handle the same. Remember, a maximum of 25 to 30 marks will be tough out of 125. The entire question paper will not be tough. So don't panic just by looking at those one or two problems. Remember, so one question is already given as choice, you can leave it. But in another question, there will be multiple bits, either AB, that is 2 bits, or ABC. You must be in a position to leave another part of another question also as choice. Yes, you can do so, provided you are thorough with the remaining chapters. So all the remaining problems will be very easy. Identify all such easy areas and attempt them first. Even in the toughest paper, even a below average student can also score 40 marks. That's how the question paper will be given. Aim to attempt 75 to 80 marks only. So in such a case, you are going to get bonus time because you have 3 hours of time just to attempt 75 to 85. So that's why you verify everything twice and then put it on paper. You may get surprised to know that it's much easier to qualify a tough paper because valuation will be generally liberal, and if the question paper is really tough, then ICAI may add some bonus marks to the students who fall short of 3 or 4 marks. Now let us see how to handle a lengthy question paper. So one choice question is already there, and get ready to leave another part of another question as choice because you don't have sufficient time. So don't panic, identify the most lengthy problems and leave them as choice, and take care of time management. That is, for a 10 marks problem, you cannot spend more than 15 or 16 minutes. Now let us see how to utilize the golden time of first 15 minutes. So identify the areas which you want to leave them as choice. Also decide the order of attempting various subparts of a question. Even if you spend another 5 to 10 minutes of time to decide, it's definitely worth. So why can't my accounts faculty did taught this? So this video is powered with my 20 years of research and experience as an academic advisor in Masterminds. I'm able to do this due to the passion and love towards students. So I don't think it's fair for you to expect all these things from your accounts faculty too. I hope that you got benefited through this video. All the best. By the way, here are the few details about Masterminds. Masterminds is a premier institution offering coaching from Inter MEC CEC to CSCMA final with an annual admissions of nearly 20,000. Here are a few details. For the aspirants of BBA or MBA or law courses, we also offer an innovative academic program called MEC CEC Pro. Here are the details. So don't forget to install our app for a lot of useful content. Happy to share that students from this many states are studying with us. Thanks to our alumni for their wonderful support. Here are the details of our online presence and here are the details of our physical presence. You can directly interact with any of the directors of Masterminds. Here are their contact details. If you find this video to be useful, like it, share it and subscribe to this channel. Share your opinions or suggestions or improvements on this video in the comment section. Whenever you want to pay any fee in Masterminds, then directly go to the cash counter, pay the fee, so collect the receipt and check whether the receipt is correctly given or not. If you find any abnormalities or mistakes in the receipt, then so ask the cashier to take back that receipt and give you the correct receipt. Never pay cash to any of the employees of Masterminds except the cashier. Remember, Masterminds management is responsible only for the money which is being paid in the cash counter and a valid receipt is obtained for them. For any reason, if you pay any amount to any of the employees of the Masterminds other than cashier, then we are not responsible. Thank you. All the best.